Earthway Precision Garden Seeder. This little device has saved me a lot of back-breaking work. A lot of time hoeing your own row and putting the seed in manually and bending over, sometimes having to cover them up, and saves me a lot of back-breaking work. It's a great device, and we live off the land here. We raise our own food, meat, vegetables, whatever we can do. So after I'm done tilling a small strip here, I'm gonna put some spinach seed in the ground and show you how this thing works. I'm a big fan of it. Is it perfect? Of course not. But it's definitely a back saver. So the way this thing works is it comes with these plates, and whatever you're planting is going to require a special plate. And this says spinach and asparagus. You know, they've got one for sweet corn, beans, peas, really small seed like lettuce, beets, whatever it is. You change the plate out on the inside of the hopper, okay? You adjust your depth down here with a wing nut, and I'm going to do that real quick. Camera up so you can see that. Okay, so there's a wing nut down here. Planting spinach, so it needs to be a 1/2 inch depth. So change it from a sweet corn setting we had earlier in the month and put it at a 1/2 inch. Okay, tighten that sucker up. All right, and basically you fill up your hopper with seed, however much you want to plant. And spinach is something that I used to have trouble growing because it's kind of temperamental with the germination process and the temperature of the soil. But I found a good hybrid that does well in the heat. So we're going to plant some more of that. A couple rows right here that I just rototilled, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, there's the hopper filled up. Change the plate out. Depth is good. Whenever you push this sucker, there's just a small chain behind it that covers up the soil. All right, so see if I can do this while I hold my camera. Push it down, and you can kind of see underneath where the seed comes out. All right, now one of the big drawbacks of this is it doesn't always cover uniformly, so you have to go back over and with your foot kick some dirt over the seed. And sometimes it spills out more seed than what you want. All right, so let me see if I can do this. Here we go. So far, so good. Looks like it's doing good. All the way. Okay, and this is about a 25-yard row. Nothing too crazy. All right, I like to put my rows about 4 inches apart on spinach, so I could probably fit 3 rows in here. And there it is. All right, now if we walk back over this row, you'll find some spots that I need to kick with my foot. Let's go ahead and do one more row. Here we go. So much easier to use this device when you have rototilled the soil maybe a couple times to get it nice and fine, almost like a powder. Of course, it works better when it's dry soil as well. But if you try to use this device whenever maybe all you did was disc and it's kind of clumpy, man, it's a pain in the butt. It is a pain. So it's not a perfect seeder. But it sure as hell beats the alternative. So what I'm doing now is I'm just walking through my rows I just planted, and I'm taking a look. It did pretty good. Not really seeing anything that I needed to cover up. So I can fit one more row in here. And pretty much everything that I have planted out here right now has been with the Earthway seeder. I've had it for years. Really does a good job. And I like it, folks. So I recommend it. It's one of those devices I recommend. I think I paid 80 bucks for it a few years ago, but it has saved me a lot of time. That's the biggest thing, you know, is saving time. So if you're into growing your own food, this is a great device to have. If you don't have one that pulls behind the tractor. All right, folks. No, it's not as exciting as combat shooting and preparing for war, but homesteading videos, I can teach you how to live off the land. We have agricultural backgrounds here, and it's all American. I know a lot of people are getting into it because of what's been going on, but whether that's raising your own meat or raising your own vegetables, I can help you do that. Thanks, guys.